So hello everyone and welcome to Pokemon TCG Center. Today I will talk about the X and Y format, so the new 2015-2016 Pokemon format and the cards that we lost with the current rotation. So the last format was a Boundaries Cross on, and the cards that we will lost from Boundaries Cross up to Legendary Treasures are there are 70 notable cards that I would like to talk about it. So the first card is a Hexerus from Plasma Blast. This card was made to counter a Thunder's Deoxycurum or Team Plasma Dex. With Strike of Champion, it says that the defending Pokemon, if the defending Pokemon is Team Plasma Pokemon, it's automatically knockout. The next card is a Black Kyurem EX or Black Ballista deck. So the 2014 World Championship finalist in senior division, if I'm not wrong. So the Black Kyurem EX was a very strong card with Black Ballista attack for 4 energies. In combination with Blastoise, it was able to hit 200 damage and one-shot any Pokemon EX that time. The next card is a Dragonite from Plasma Freeze with a Defane, which says for 3 energies your opponent can play any item cards from his or her hand during his or her next turn. So basically the same thing as a Seismitoad, but with stage 2 and a 1 more energy to use. Then we have also a Garchomp with Magikarp, but this card was not so playable because it lost previous basic and stage 1 Pokemon with a ability which was allowed to search Gabite and or any other dragon type Pokemon when you evolve into Gabite. With 1 energy and 140 HP with Altaria in combo, you was able to hit tons of damage with only 1 energy, and also discard a special energy from your opponent's Pokemon. Then we have a Latias CX from Plasma Freeze, 160 HP with Bright Down, which says prevent all effects of attack, including damage done to this Pokemon by your opponent's Pokemon with abilities. Then we have also Palkia EX, which is a Plasma Blast Team Plasma Pokemon. With Strafe, you was able to hit for 50 damage and run back to your bench and retreat to some Pokemon with Safeguard at that time, like a Sigilyph or Suicune or any other Pokemon that you need to prevent your opponents by playing items, supporters or any other card. Then we also have a Flygon with Sand Slammer, which says anytime between turns, if this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, put 1 damage counter on each of your opponent's Pokemon. So basically this was some combination with a Duskmere Dex. We also have a Audino with Busybody, which says once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in your hand, you might reveal it and heal 10 damage from your 10 damage and remove special conditions. So this card was played in Weevil decks. Some Tier 2 deck. We also have a Kangaskhan with Call for Family. Then we also have Castleon, popular card, back to US Nationals. I saw a couple decks running this card, which says as long as this Pokemon is your active Pokemon and the Pokemon is the same type as your opponent's active Pokemon and it have with 1 colorless energy, you might choose one of your defending Pokemon attacks and you can use it if you have the necessary energy. We also have a Lugia EX, which was a pretty strong card in 2014 with all plasma support. With Deoxys you were able to hit for 170 damage with only 3 Deoxys and 1 Muscle Band, or 180 damage with a 4 Deoxys on your bench and take 3 prize cards. Really awesome card. Then we also have a Plasma Absol with Mind Jack, which was able to do 20 damage plus 20 more for each of your opponent's benched Pokemon. So in case your opponents have 5 Pokemons on your bench, you'll hit for 120 with Muscle Band 140 and Vibrant City 170. and if you have a Silver Bengal, you were able to hit 180 even EX Pokemon. So we also have a Darkrai EX. The card was first released I think 4 years ago in Dark Explorers, and it's still rolling, and it's still a very powerful card. Really no need to talk about this card too much. 180 HP with Dark Clock ability. You was able to free retreat if you have any darkness energy, and Night Spear 90 damage and 30 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Pretty strong card back. Then we also have a Darkrai Hydreigon, Darkrai Speed, Darkrai Sableye, Crushing Darkrai, tons of decks with this card. Then we have a Donphan with a spinning turn with Robo Substitute. This card was like $50 on eBay, which allows you to hit for 40 damage and switch to one of your benched Pokemon. So with the current format, this card was pretty strong because with strong energy, 60 damage, muscle band 80 damage, and the stadium for fighting's 100 damage, and retreat to one of your Pokemon on your bench. Pretty strong card. Then we also have a Terrakion, but this card was much playable 4 years ago when Darkrai was rolling with Retaliate. It was able to one-shot Darkrai when the Pokemon catcher does not require the flip coin. We also have a Leafeon with Energy Crush. It says does 20 damage times the amount of energy attached to all of your opponent's Pokemon. So this card is pretty much good with Raichu and Crobat maybe. It can one-shot Seismito DX if you have two double colors in play, and Muscle Band on Leafeon. Also Flareon from Plasma does 10 more damage for each Pokemon in the discard pile. We also have a Reshiram with Outrage, Emboar with Inferno, Fendigo. As often as you like, you can attach energy card from your hand to one of your Pokemon, so the same as a Blastoise, but just for fire type Pokemons. We also have a Victini EX with Turbo Energize, which allows you to search for two basic energy cards and attach them to your benched Pokemon in any way you like. We also have a Celebi EX with Time Recall, which allows you to play any attack from your previous evolution in play. Execute with Propagation, also pretty strong card. It is also playable with the new Florges EX with Skyfield. You can hit for tons of damage, and in case your opponents discard your a stadium, you can just put Executes back in your discard pile. Also pretty much good for any Ultra Ball or anything else that you need to discard your cards. Then we also have Genesect DX with 170 HP. It was a 2014 Master World Championship deck. No need to talk too much about Genesect. When you attach a Plasma Energy from your hand, you can catch your opponent's benched Pokemon, Megala Cannon for 100 damage and 20 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon with Muscle Band. And a 1 Deoxys you can also hit for 130 damage and one shot any 130 damage Pokemon in play with support. You also have a G-Scope, and you also have a G-Booster to use with Genesect DX. We also have a Molga Colfer family, Magnezone with Dual Brains that you can play 2 supporter cards per your turn. Thundurus EX from Plasma, also the part of the Thundurus Deoxycurum or any other Plasma deck. We also lost a Electrode with Magnetic Draw, which allows you to draw cards until you have 4 in your hand. We also have a Zekrom Outrage, Jirachi EX with Steeler Guidance, which allows you to search your deck for any supported card when you play Jirachi from your hand to your bench. Then there is also Chandler EX from Legendary Treasures, which allows you to put 4 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like, so something like Gengar EX, but Gengar does only 3 damage. We also have Deoxy EX, the main card in any Plasma deck, which says with Power Connect, your Team Plasma Pokemon attacks excluding the Oxy EX, do 10 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon, so beastly card. We also have a Drifblim, which says that Pokemon attacks cost 1 less for each of your opponent's Team Plasma Pokemon in play. So basically, if you're playing in Team Plasma deck, you can hit for free with this card. We also have a Dusknoir with Sinnoh in their hand, which allows you to replace damage counters from your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like. We also have a Meloetta EX with Round. There was a Seismitoad Round deck with Meloetta EX. We also have a Mew EX with Replace. So Mew EX was able to copy any Pokemon attack in play. So Mew is popular with Night March. If we lost Mew with new rotation, the Night March won't be so viable anymore. We also have Mewtwo EX. First was introduced I think 4 years ago in Next Destinies, and it was such a strong card with X-Ball. It does 20 more damage for each energy attached to both of your and your opponent's Pokemon, so pretty much strong card. Mr. Mime with the Bench Barrier, it allows you to prevent all damage done to your benched Pokemon. Sigilyph with Safeguard. We also have a Sigilyph with Toolbox. We also have Trubbish with Tool Drop. So Garbodor with Garbotoxin. So it says that all Pokemon that has any ability does not work anymore, excluding Garbotoxin if you have any tool on Garbodor. We also lost Cofagrigus with 6 feet under. This card was playable in Lugia EX deck. We also have Zubat with Free Retreat. There is also Articuno EX, Keldeo EX. This card is pretty much amazing with Rush In and Floatstone on it. You can easily Rush In Retreat to any of your Pokemon. We also lost Plasma Curem, the main card in Plasma deck. There is also Empoleon with Diving Draw, Blastoise with Deluge. We also lost Suicune with Safeguard, so in X and Y on there is no Pokemon with Safeguard. So from trainers we lost Bicycle, which says draw cards until you have 4 in your hand. We also lost Colorless Machine, Hypnotoxic Laser, the most playable card from items. We also lost Superior Energy Retrieval. We also lost Team Plasma Ball, Town Map, Bianca, Colress, Getsis, Hugh, Iris, Professor Juniper, Shadow Triad, Aspertia City Gym, Frozen City, Wirbling City Gym, Floatstone, Silver Bangle, Victory Piece. We also lost N. I didn't have a N at this moment. And we also lost a Computer Surge, Dowsing Machine, Scoop Up Cyclone, so any other A-Spec cards. So tons of cards that we lost with the new rotation. It was a pleasure to play in 2014-2015 tournament. So Boundaries Cross On will be replaced with the new X and Y set. So that was the cards that we lost with the new rotation. So thank you for watching, and goodbye.